Are you trying to become better at CSGO? Well, I've got 20 tips and tricks from the pros that will help to improve your game. Now watch this. Flit has a fast silent drop from balcony where he aims at the left of this plant, jumps to the left rail, and runs forward, and as he hits the wall, presses W and A. Make sure to have your gun out to do this and not your knife. This only works with certain guns as well. This drop is much faster than the lineup that I showed Force and Crims doing in a previous trick video. JT with a big brain molly where he messes up the window molotov on purpose, and Complexity will send 2 players fast into boiler through window. The molly is meant to use as a sound cue that window is mollied out so the CTs won't expect any Ts to be in boiler. JT will follow it up with a bracket smoke and flashes as his teammates come out boiler. However, things don't go as planned towards short, but you get the concept. 5 head 3D chest move right there while everyone else is playing checkers. Nafny is going to smoke front T stairs as Axel pushes mid at the start of the round. Nafny stands near this barrel, he will aim as shown, then jump throw. This smoke is different than the other stairs smoke that you've seen teams throwing, as it's going to land shorter and in mid rather than top stairs, which gives more cover, allowing Axel to fall back as needed after the initial pick. Maka smokes right side mid from Mexi, he puts his crosshair at this part of the roof, then jump throw. Moxo throws his smoke to try to put some pressure mid to hold rotations while him and his teammates execute B. Entropic will do right side smokes on their T pistol, and Krad is in charge of smoking stairs. He will do so from the top of this railing where this is his alignment. He will stand up, sets his crosshair as shown, then run throw bind. This smoke lands on these stairs, and alongside the cross smoke, any CTs playing stairs can't abuse the gap that you can see towards site in triple to spot the T's crossing, potentially to CT, as you usually see with the standard right side smokes. Tizian smokes stairs standing in front of this line on the wall using the classic view model, and with the tip of his smoke puts it here, then left click throw. Besides using this smoke on T pistol, I've seen him throw it on buy rounds too, but one common tactic teams like to do on T pistol is invest in 2 nades and throw them towards ticket, as 99% of the time there will be a CT there or you'll get your money back guarantee. Big Clan are executing A, and Faven coming out of Palace will drop down to Firebox to smoke connector. Yes, we in NA call it Firebox. Aim at the tip of the building, then left click throw. It's very standard in today's game that after your initial smokes, your second phase of attack begins with this smoke here. Shalfie is going to 1-deke the upper stairs, and his teammate Sandwich will boost to retrieve the op in Zorti's hands, who is Forzy's opper. This was a great sudden call to do so that's going to win Forzy the round, as Zorti picks up 2 frags, with it securing the eco round win. The Noko entering out long gets behind his corner smoke, and the CTs threw their own smoke to cross into pit, so there's a smoke wall, and no CTs ran through the smoke to contest long at the start. The Noko will then make a play and flashes himself through the smoke like a criminal, and catches out 2 CTs with a surprise party. In the second half of the match, Emor is going to return the favor by pushing through the corner smoke with X-Cloud flashing instead of him having to self-pop flash. This is a much better way to have a teammate to do so, because when you're entering and rushing out long, you don't want to get caught out with nades if you can. Fiku throwing the Swisher Dust 2 instant B door smoke as he and his teammates rush B. Using the tip of his smoke, he's going to aim at this part of the window, then without moving his mouse, advances into tunnels, and he will hold W and D on the right wall, and before reaching the pillar on the left here, jump throw. EU is copying NA, shows that NACS is the best. Am I right, everyone? PHR rushes connector, and he throws his own flash as he rushes up to bait the initial look away from the CT, and he has his teammate followed up with another flash right after his, as the TT playing inside connector will peek after dodging the first flash, only to get blind by the second flash. Great play and teamwork. Previously, I showed a couple of players throwing a set lineup for a one-way smoke that puts out the CT short pipe molly. Well, you could do so without having to need a set lineup when you're inside short pipe. You just need to aim at the top of the molly. You'll need to practice this as to get a feel for it, because it could be random and sometimes you'll miss the smoke, as Axel does in a later round. Neofrag throws a bank smoke and dice molly from long. He stands in front of the letter N on the sign. For the bank smoke, it does leave a gap to the left, heads up. He will aim top of the A, then left click throw. If you want to minimize the gap, aim top left of the A. As for the dice molly, aim as shown, then jump throw. There must have been some miscomms here, as we're going to see Matsu run through Neofrag's molly. Unfortunately, he does get the trade here. Mouse attempt the run boost to get on top main, but first they throw the deep molly and then the red smoke to mess up any molly smoke combo to delay Imperial's cross had they gone outside. This buys them time to set up to do the run boost. Mouse try it once, fail, and then give it up afterwards. Maybe better luck next time, boys. Diha outside throws a molly close red, and he's gonna peek behind it, giving him a one-way as the molly will make it harder for the CTs to spot him. He takes advantage of this and kills Torsi, who you see can't spot Diha as he is behind the tall flame. Madden is going to push mid to ladder, and as he does so, Diha will throw a T-mid nade jumping to front window, aims at this mark on the spot, jump throw. The nade's explosion in the air gives cover for Madden to cross the ladder, as well as masking his footsteps, where he says peekaboo to xCloud coming up the ladder, then smokes T-mid to fake that he's falling back. However, he's a mad lad and pushes through the smoke to T-spawn, but we aren't going to see any other action from Madden here. The nade's explosion can make it hard to spot the CT crossing if you're playing behind generator, as well as making it hard to hit the CT. Good example of why you need to drop down after getting flashed early on against an eco, as Exercise was playing behind generator. Although he does lose around 20 HP, he is alive and it doesn't cost his team a death or loses the gun to an eco, which could be very detrimental. So think about falling down next time you get flashed early on if you feel the rush is coming. Kios nades and mollies ramp from shore by throwing it off the top of the crane. He will set his crosshair on this beam, then left click throw. Unfortunately, the molly gets put out by the T's ramp smoke, but here's what it would have looked like had there been no smoke. This molly, as you saw, can be useless if the T's are throwing the upper ramp smoke. Kicker's rushing and dropping down ramp, and as he does so, he's looking up. Why? Well, the reason being is that he's playing anti-flash as well as avoiding his own flash as he drops down. There's an olive boost on Ancient towards the B site where you need all 5 players to pull this one off. This is a clip from the stream of Dima wallhacks, and he's going to be the one that gets boosted on top, and then he parkours all the way on top of the building. Once on top, he has view of B site, CT, and mid. The original user that came up with this boost is Rikuda. You can click the annotation above to see how to pull this one off, as well as I'll link it below in the description. I'm sure the devs are most likely working on a fix as soon as possible because this boost is actually game breaking. Hello, Fnatic Manager here, please delete this. Just at the start of the round, we'll smoke Cheetah from cave after being locked out from the T-Smolly. He will stand in front of these marks on the wall, aims at this dark spot, runs forward and left click throw. This is a good way to retake Cheetah at the start if the T-Smolly the doorway and if they don't smoke Cheetah themselves. You can flash yourself in afterwards, just be careful because the T's might commit to Cheetah when they throw this molly. With the window box being removed, the K player takes a lot of risk peeking and pushing at the start because T's can come out mid and they can spot lane, and Glowing punishes Nickelback for doing so. Deco outside A main in the corner will smoke Temple. This is the first new Temple smoke I've seen used in an official match. He will crouch, aim to right of the sleeve, stands up and jump throw. He had a little trouble remembering the lineup, but with the help of my previous pro tricks video on his second screen, finds the correct position. One win will use this smoke alongside 2 mollies for boxes as they come out A against Entropic's Force Buy. Heat are going to boost near Xbox to C lane, and Joko is able to find a frag into Arky. However, you can see here that he needed to jump up for that split second, which exposes his head where he could have gotten a haircut. A better play would have been if you tucked yourself into the corner, jump up, and then swing out to the left. As a T, you could hardly see the CTs doing so. You also don't need to actually use this boost, as you could just use the boxes. Works the same way. The last trick is to aim at the subscribe button and left click. By doing so, you'll be guaranteed to become better at CSGO. Till next time, NartOutHere, peace.